All right, here's how you find the domain of this function. Remember that x can be any number, so I need to be very careful what numbers I plug in for x. So when I work the bottom, I do not get a fraction over 0. That's the whole idea. I don't want the denominator, all of this, to become 0. For such reason, I need to find out what numbers I can plug in for x that avoids getting a 0. And the best way to find it is setting the denominator, and my denominator here is 2x plus 3. I'm going to set it up equal to 0. And this is a linear equation that we learned in week 1. And basically, you're going to solve this equation. So subtract 3 on both sides. And you're going to have 2x equal negative 3, negative 3, I should say. And then you're going to divide both sides by 2. And you get that x is equal to negative 3 half. Now, let's make sense what this means. If I take this number and I plug it in for the x, that's when, and I work this out, the bottom, okay? So in other words, I take negative 3 half, multiply by 2, and then whatever answer I get, I add 3. If I plug in that number in here and I work this out, I get 0 on the bottom, and I don't want that. That's why I can use any number for x as long as not negative 3 over 2. And we say that the domain of this function is any number except negative 3 over 2. Why? Because if I plug this in here and I work the bottom, I will get a 0. And we cannot have fractions over 0.